Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of tips and tricks I've learned along the way while making resin flower blooms. So let's jump in and get started. First things first, we have to mix up our resin. Today I'm using the Let's Resin Epoxy, just their regular 1-to-1 ratio casting epoxy. And this is a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. It comes with a part A and a part B. And when I measure out my resin, I'm squatting down to eye level, making sure I'm hitting the marks on my mixing cup perfectly right on the nose. When I was working on this project, I was mixing up 16 ounces because I was working on quite a few things at once. So I'm pouring in 8 ounces of my part A, and then I'm going to pour in 8 ounces of my part B because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's going to make 16 ounces total. If you just wanted to make one coaster like we're doing today, you would only need 4 ounces of resin. So you would do 2 ounces part A and 2 ounces part B. And after you have your equal parts A and B measured out, we have to mix it up. And you do want to make sure you work in a well-ventilated area, wear nitrile gloves and a respirator mask when working with resin. Now we're going to mix this up for 3 minutes. And when I mix up my resin, I like to use a plastic or a silicone spatula to mix it up because the wooden stir sticks are not treated or sealed in any way. So I have found that they do leak air into your resin when you're mixing, and that'll give you more air bubbles in your resin. So we all know air bubbles are not fun to deal with. They're not pretty in your finished pieces. So definitely use a plastic spatula like this one or a silicone spatula. And when you mix, you want to mix slowly. You don't want to whip it up like you're whipping egg whites and introduce a bunch of air bubbles into your resin. Just mix slowly. Scrape the bottom of the cup, scrape the sides of the cup, scrape off your stir stick. Really incorporate those parts A and B together for 3 minutes. Now it's been 3 minutes. I'm going to take that mix that we mixed up and pour it into a new cup. This is called the double cup mixing technique. I highly recommend you mix your resin this way, especially if you're new to resin. This is going to ensure that your resin is completely mixed. So you're going to want to scrape every single drop of resin out of that first cup that we mixed up. And that's also why I like to mix with a spatula, because that helps you get every single droplet of resin out of that cup. And now we're going to mix for another 3 minutes. Some people are going to tell you it's overkill and you don't need to do this, but I promise you, if you do mix your resin this way, you are going to not have any issues with your resin not setting up properly due to improper measuring or mixing. 9 times out of 10, if you're new to resin and your resin is not setting up, it's because it's undermixed or your parts A and B are not completely equal. Most of the time, it's from undermixing. From start to finish, it takes me about 10 minutes to mix my resin. So if you do it this way, especially if you're new to resin, you're not going to have any issues. So it's been 3 minutes, and now I take my resin and I run it through my bubble remover machine. This machine is from Let's Resin. Discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount. Very easy to use. Just put your resin inside, press down the lid, hit the start button on the front of the machine, and it will work like magic to get the bubbles out of your resin. This machine works best with medium viscosity resin. So the Let's Resin epoxy that we're using is a medium viscosity. It works best with medium viscosity resins. So now we're going to get into pouring. I'm using Ocean White liquid pigment from Let's Resin. This product, you need to shake the bottle really good before you use it. I have 1 ounce of clear in a little cup right here. I'm going to add 1 drop. And honestly, this was too much. See how much I added? It was more than a drop. So what you need to do is take a stir stick and place 1 drop on that stir stick so you don't get too much white. Because if you put too much white, it's going to make your flowers ugly. There's no nice way to say it. They're not going to turn out pretty if you have too much white. So we're going to mix that up really, really well. Make sure that that white is completely incorporated in that clear resin. And now we're going to take our clear and fill up our mold. This is another lesson with the flower blooms, okay? We're going to be pouring this one all in one layer. And when I make flowers, I typically do it in 2 layers. So the first layer, I'll only fill the mold up halfway on the first day, but this one we're going to try it all in 1 layer. So I filled up my mold almost to the top with clear. Now we're going to drop down some alcohol ink. I decided to only use the blue and the red. I was hoping I would get some really pretty purple with the blue and the red mixing together. The yellow was making me a little bit nervous, so I decided not to use the yellow. So I just dropped down some red, some blue, and a little bit more red in the center. I'm going to take my silicone paintbrush and just kind of blend those inks in with the clear resin. And then we're going to take that white that we mixed up and do a little swirl of the white right on top of that alcohol ink. And I did not wait after I mixed my resin. I just mixed my resin, mixed my white, and started pouring right away. Going to blend the center a little bit with my silicone paintbrush, and now I'm going to draw my flower petals. And when I do this, I like to think of a face of a clock. So I'll do 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, split the difference in between those petals, and then do another set of petals from the center going out to the perimeter of the mold, just like this. It's very, very fun to make these, but the type of resin you use and how deep you pour the flowers determine how pretty these are going to turn out. I was so hopeful for this one. It looked so gorgeous right here. I'm going to let it cure overnight. Here we are the next day, and I was like, oh boy, this is not going to be good. You can see I got a ton of white blobs on this one, and that is because A, I added too much white, and B, I poured this one too deep. The deeper you pour that flower, the more the white is going to have a chance to sink down to the bottom of your coaster, which is going to be the top when you take it out of the mold, and give you those blobs. And also the resin that you use makes a huge difference. So remember on this one, we used the Let's Resin regular 1-to-1 ratio. This one here, I used the Let's Resin Fast Cure Epoxy. I poured it in 2 layers. Layer number 1 was the flower, only filling up the mold halfway. And you can see the difference on how they turned out. Okay, this is much, much prettier than what I made today. So if you want to make resin flower blooms, use the Let's Resin Fast Cure Epoxy. It works like magic to make these. I haven't had one turn out bad using the Fast Cure Epoxy from Let's Resin. And only fill up your mold halfway when you're doing the flower. The next day, if you don't want glitter like this one, you can always fill it up with clear or do a different color like black, teal, purple, whatever you like. And I'll link the tutorial showing how I made this one down in the comments if you want to go check that out. But I wanted to upload this video and share with you guys a few of the tips and tricks I've learned along the way of making these. So A, don't use too much white. B, don't fill your mold all the way on that first layer. Fill it up halfway and do your flower. And C, use the Fast Cure Epoxy from Let's Resin. I've tried a ton of different brands of resin to make these, and I promise if you use the Let's Resin Epoxy and their ocean white, they will turn out gorgeous. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.